What up, everyone? Mr. Florida back with you. I'm on my favorite street, Main Street Hastings, with another update video for you. A lot going on, new restaurants, new stores. I'm going to show it all to you. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere. I got my producer Dallas with me. Say hello, Dallas. Everybody thinks he's a puppy, but he's actually 14 years old, and he's got a lot of health issues. So I pretty much cherish every day I have with him, and he's definitely got a strong will to live. So he's hanging out with me today, doing some sniffing around. Actually, let's take a walk down this way first today. So I'm going to show you the new Dunkin Donuts that's going in. They progressed a lot in the last couple weeks, and obviously it's Sunday morning, September 2025. I think it's like September 13th or 14th. So town's like a street's like a ghost town on Sundays. There's nothing open. There's Norma D's Kitchen. It's like the hot spot eatery, mainly for like breakfast and lunch. What they're hiring: dishwashers, servers, cooks. I don't know. I see a lot of signs. A lot of people on Facebook looking for jobs, but I don't know if they don't want to work or what the situation is. But it's an equipment company. Here's the crack in the wall that I showed you on the other video. Look at a crack in that wall. Well, it's getting bad. Got to put gutters on that building. There's Main Street Pizza. Well, every time I come by here, they do something different to that building. They got a whole new menu, and they got ice cream now. I know they were waiting for, I don't know what they were waiting for, a permit or certificate of occupancy to open the ice cream store, but I think it might be finally open. I don't know, I gotta come check it out. Main Street ice cream. Milkshakes, Italian ice, hard scoop flavors. They got sundaes. I gotta come back here. There's Main Street Pizza. I got a digital menu now. Boy, they're putting a lot of money and work into this place. So they got a whole new lunch menu. They got wraps and sandwiches, and I think they got a new owner too. Not 100% sure. But if you're in the area, come by and check it out. They got delivery, takeout, First Baptist Church. This gets pretty packed about 11 o'clock. There's Domino's. I wonder if the monster truck still got a flat tire. Yeah, I think so. There's Route 207 with an epic sunrise. Look at the clouds. Yeah, that truck's got a flat tire. And there's the Domino's. Not Domino's. What am I saying? Dunkin Donuts. Right over there. Got Circle K. Subway. Come on. Hurry up, Dallas. Come on. Look at that sunrise. I still don't think they built this Dunkin Donuts high enough. Where I'm standing gets like a foot or two of water. So I don't think they built it up enough. But we shall see soon enough. There's the drive-through window. What's going on over here? I wonder what that's going to be. Huh. Another building? It looks like it's... I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe some sort of retention basin with pumps? I don't know. I got a trash pump pumping it out. Look at that sunrise. Awesome. I wonder what that's going to be. It's below ground, so it's definitely going to be full of water, especially when it floods. Bit of water. I wonder what that's going to be. I don't know. I'll have to come back and check it out during the week. They left that one wall open for some reason. Maybe they got to put those structures in. It might be, it's definitely some kind of storm sewer, structure for a storm sewer or something. They got two pumps going over there. Look at that sunrise. What do you think, Mr. Dallas? Am I doing a good job? Circle K, the back of the Dunkin Donuts, and there's also a Taco Bell going in next to the Circle K. I wonder what that's going to be. Well, they still got some storm sewer structures here. Maybe those are going to go in the driveway here. They got some storm sewer grates. Maybe they're going to redo this intersection. Possibly, and put all them storm sewer grates in the street. It's the front. Guys going fishing. And there's supposedly a Well, the sun's coming up. Been getting cold in Central Florida. It's been in the 60s at night. Getting a little chilly. And only in the 80s during the day. The camera's watching you. And we're right at the peak of hurricane season right now, and no hurricanes in sight yet, so it might be pretty good this year with no hurricanes. There's the Dollar General, and I think this was one of the original Dollar Generals in Florida. The sign looks old as dirt. Main Street Pizza. Come by and check it out. They got ice cream now. I gotta come back and get the ice cream. Maybe I'll go for a long bike ride and stop in for ice cream. Burn it all off. Okay, let's see what's going on with the new libraries. It's slated to open up in, I think, March 2026, which is like 5 months away. Hastings Main Street.org, www.hastingsflorida.org. Hastings Main Street. That's like one of the organizations that's trying to revive Main Street. They're doing a pretty good job so far. I think all the existing buildings might be all taken up. Capital City Bank. There's Norma D's Kitchen. Normally you come by here during the week, this is all full of pickup trucks. That's where you tie up your horse. There's the place called The Venue. Used to be a Ford dealer, I think in the 1920s and 30s. And used to be a John Deere tractor dealer down here too, which I just discovered. It was like a storefront, and they had like tractors parked out in the street. That must have been pretty cool. I don't know what this place is. And I think this place is a daycare. A concrete street with pebbles in it. Alright, there's The Venue. They used to be a Ford dealer. There's the new Hastings Main Street mural. Brooke Page Art. That's pretty cool. There's Hastings Coffee Company. Right there. I think this was like the original store that opened up in this row. And then slowly but surely, got a bakery over here. There's Hastings Nutrition. And I think these three stores are still empty. I don't think there's anything slated going on in here. There's the hardware store. It's definitely an experience going in there. And there's the library. Pretty cool. Looks like the original building that was there. The original community center that was there. That I think, no, it didn't burn down. It just went into decay. But if you didn't see my other videos, check out my other videos in the Main Street playlist. I have some videos and pictures of this building when it was still standing. So it's pretty cool. And then I have another video where the lot is empty, and then now a couple with the new building up. So that's pretty cool. It looks like the original building, got the original architecture, the original front. And then there's my favorite building right there, the Firestone Tires. That's pretty cool. And I think this place is a church. And then there used to be this whole street was all stores, and this whole thing burned down in I think the 1980s. They had a huge fire, pretty much wiped out most of the town. It wiped out pretty much all the buildings that aren't standing. Wiped them out. So there's the new library. That's pretty cool. They did a pretty good job on that. And then over here, I think they're still working on this side. They did the front. They did like a stucco on it. And I think they still have to do the side. It looks like. The store is empty. The store is empty too. The detailing place. And I think there's a fish market coming in here. Yeah, look. Holcomb's seafood and meats. That'd be pretty cool. I'll come here and buy seafood. Actually, I think there's a barber shop. I think there's a seafood place that they just redid around the corner here. And here's where the old Florida East Coast Railway train depot was, right here. And this is where the railroad was, right here. And look at these bricks. These are the original bricks from the early 1900s. Street's still here, and the railroad depot was right there. And there's the new mural that they painted last couple weeks. The depot was right there, and there was a huge rail yard. And this is where the tracks were, right here. Right here was the rail line. There's the old, I think that was the Hastings Hotel right there. The Hastings Hotel. I'm going to show you the new mural. That the depot was right here where I'm standing, right here. Pretty cool mural that they just built. I mean, just painted. St. John's Culture, Kelsey, Montague Art. I think that's either Instagram or YouTube, one or the other. The back of that building needs a little work. And here's one of the original buildings right here that's still standing from the old depot. And used to be a rail yard right here. Whole bunch of train cars. And further down there, I don't know if I'm going to walk all the way down there. There's some old Florida East Coast signs that are still up. There's a little loading ramp. That's one of the original buildings right there. Some houses over there. But this was the old depot right there. There was the Hastings Hotel across the street. And Hastings was named after Horace Hastings, which was the cousin of Henry Flagler, who built the Florida East Coast Railway, built a lot of hotels in St. Augustine. A lot of history right here. There used to be a whole bunch of row of stores over there that burned down. Wonder what the seafood place is going to open up. What is this thing? Look at that thing that guy's got. Converted it like a lawn tractor into his I don't know what. It's just hanging around. So the front of the building's pretty much done. I think they gotta finish the roof, the Firestone tires. The original stores. There was a store on the corner here that burned down. So right there, this row of stores, let me get out of the sun. It's a hardware store. I wonder how old this hardware store is. Anybody know? And I could swear this used to be a gas station. There was probably a sign right there like SO or... Anybody know? Anybody got any pictures of this place? When it was originally built, if it was a gas station, I could swear this was a gas station. It definitely looks like a gas station. You pulled in, you filled up right here. So this this building right here was a John Deere dealer, including that little white building. I think they may have redone the front. I don't know if that's the original front. I think it's the original front. Looks like the original doors. But it used to be a John Deere dealer, and they used to park the tractors right out front, which was pretty cool. Well, the street's got a lot of cameras. There's cameras all over the place. All right, here's the venue. At historic Stanton Ford. That was the name of the Ford dealer. Stanton Ford. Looks like the original doors. They got it all covered up. That's progressing. So anyway, that's about it for this video. A lot of new updates. New seafood market going in. Dunkin Donuts is progressing. And I think there's one more store going in. I'm not 100% sure. But a lot going on. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. and check out my playlist. I have a little something for everybody. I do it, DIY, kayaking, biking. I got something for everybody. Keep you entertained. Got farm visits, animal shorts. So check it out. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up for the algorithm. And I appreciate it all. And I will see you. Look at that sunrise. See you on the next one.